Well, everybody, how are you? Today, we're putting a new radio in the F150, and this is a 2015 F150 XLT. Nothing fancy, just a 15 XLT. F150, 5-liter, 4-wheel drive. Center stack looks like this. And this is the Idoing TS10. Now, there's some things that you can hook up if you want stuff like GPS, if you want in-car, like Wi-Fi and stuff like that. You can set up your own Wi-Fi through your cell phone provider. Get this extra cable and stuff that you can actually snap in. The little door opens up, and there's a chip you can put inside here to set yourself up with your own cell phone line, Wi-Fi line for your truck. And then there's some other adapters and stuff that come into play with using this thing. If you should choose to add different things to it, we're going to actually take the factory one out, and not the factory one, the one I put in there, which is starting to freeze up. The hands-free talking on the phone is starting to act up. It's automatically turning on to like level 10 sometimes whenever. I'll show you here real quick. Let's get in the truck and I'll turn it on. And you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. I still got the plastic on the screen from when I installed it. I think I ended up giving like $600 or something, or $700 for this radio. I actually purchased this one, and it was a pain in the butt because you had to like take your factory radio apart, take a chip card out of it, install it in this, then line up your buttons and everything. It was not easy. Okay, so this happens, and then it automatically puts the radio on. Sometimes it's nice and soft like it is right now, and then other times it's just super loud, like obnoxiously loud. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and take all this out and install the new one and talk about the installation. I'm not going to show the whole installation process. I have too many videos showing you guys how to take apart the center stack. It's extremely easy. All this comes off of here, and the center here, and then once you get all this stuff off the center, you take that plastic tool that comes with the kit and you start putting it under that speaker cover. You pop that speaker cover out of there, and then there's two 7mm that come out, and you can go ahead and grab this thing and pop it up once you pull those 7mm out of there. And then to pull the front screen out, there's a 7mm here, and then there's a 7mm right here. Pop those two 7mm out, and then this whole radio face literally just comes right out of there. So let me get to that point at least right now. Alright, so here's where we are. This spaghetti mess of stuff here. You see this gray connector? It is part of the gray connector latch is part of the red box. So the red box is the main power source that goes into the radio. So plug it in first, and then just start matching stuff up. The gray latch connector goes into that harness there, and then down underneath it you'll have two big cables that go to an audio module that I've previously removed. Those two cables also go to the other two connectors that are in that harness. They go down deep underneath there and kind of turn and go sideways. Those plug in there. If you don't get those plugged in, the unit's not going to power up. So that harness is now taken care of. In one of those harnesses, there is this blue wire on the back of one of those connectors, and it's got a male sleeve. The other one's got a actually female sleeve. It's this wider umbrella. Male sleeve is this one, or vice versa, whatever it is. Those two wires should be connected. Also in that same harness, there is let's see, no, not the same harness. That harness we're done talking about now. This harness here with all these audio wires has a specific connector, even though we're not going to be using this because I don't have like an amp and sound system and stuff in here. It does have this black and blue wire that goes over here into this fan assembly, so this has to be plugged in. match up the number of pins in your connector with the number of pins inside the radio face here. Also in that harness, you're going to have your microphone. There's a thing that said mic. I've got it ran here up through the center, and I kind of put a hole in the plastic tray to pull it through so then I can reroute it. You can go a different way if you want, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to, you know, keep it routed the way it's just the easiest for me. I'm not trying to do all that work. This here is the small black latching connector that ends up plugging into your camera assembly that then feeds into this here red and black wire. Says camera on the other side, goes into this harness here that you've already been playing with. You can put the antenna on. I kept the extension from the antenna from my old unit because it's the same extension, but the old unit, it was about 7 or 8 inches longer. So if there was that would be a complaint of mine. I wish they'd make a longer antenna extension that comes with the kit, but I just reused my old one. I could have used the one that came with the kit, but then I would have had less room to show you guys about what was going on here in the back. I would have had to have been closer up to the unit and would have been just super uncomfortable. So I kept my old antenna extension. Here, this yellow connector, it's not going to go to anything. You're just going to leave it back behind the dash. It will no longer be used. Yeah, so you just basically go through and just match everything up, plug every single thing in, and then once you get everything plugged in and routed the way you want, then you can start finagling it and trying to get all this to set up inside there, which I'm going to do that right now, and then we'll see what the radio screen looks like. Oh, one more thing. Your AC controls and stuff down here, this big connector here and here, those are the ones that normally go on the back of your F150 radio. Those I plugged those in early because I wanted AC, so I was able to turn the AC on early while I was working on it, so I could get some coolness here in this truck, because it's like freaking 95, 100 degrees in this truck right now. So yeah, with the AC on, it's much better. Let me put that in here real quick. Forgot about these real quick. These just snap on these little plastic tabs. Just go around. They supply you with extras. Just go around, snap them in. Yeah, and then start putting everything back together. I was excited to start showing you guys everything, and then I realized that when I transferred my buttons over up here, I didn't plug those connectors in, so I gotta fish back in there and plug those connectors in now, or I just gotta pop the top off and plug them in. But it fits nice, fits real nice. Man, the AC is pumping in this thing. I like how now it has this simple control panel here. You can actually see the numbers going up and down. It looks like you can't just hold it down and get it to go. You gotta like push it one by one, which that's kind of annoying, but whatever. Let's go to radio. Oh, that's aux, that's radio. That's navigation. Radio. It's just dial to tune, but that one you gotta tap too? Come on, you guys gotta make it to where people can hold these down and just keep going. Well, there it is. Turn the volume down. This is how you save. hold it down when you find your station, then hit OK. You can have 16 presets. I got mine all set right here. Here's 8 presets. Go this way, you get another 8 presets. And then if you want to get into your AC control stuff, just come down here, push the little mode, and look how cool that is. It gives you all your AC display. You want to turn the feet off, you can turn it off, put it back on, you know, vent. If you want to go defrost, switches it up to defrost for you. Got on max. Then you can take your fan speeds and bring them down right here. Go back up. Put it back on vent. Feet, turn off defrost. AC max selected. Puts it on recirc automatically, which is excellent. And then if you have heated seats and stuff like that, those controls are in here as well. You scroll to the side and you got heated and cooled seats for the higher end options, which I don't have, sadly, but it's alright. Then you could get to some of your other features and stuff like that. You can go and set up your YouTube, your Bluetooth, your navigation stuff. I didn't put the navigation thing in this radio because I'm going to be using my phone navigation anyway, so I didn't need to put the navigation adapter or the GPS adapter that was coming with it. Everything seems to be checking out now and working just fine. Go back to home, select Google Chrome, music. You got your EQ here. Set up your EQ like a smiley face, like old school. Should look something like this. You can refine it. I just kind of did it quick. That's what the equalizer should look like. Sounds good. Now we'll try to get into this time here, if I can figure out where it's at. Probably you can turn down the brightness of the screen too. Settings, and then I don't know if it's general. You can turn your battery display on, what your charging system is putting out. And you could put that, it's under your general settings. Down here it says car battery level, display, phone battery level display. You could go to system and then go to time date. And today, it's definitely not June 15th. Local default, it's not 11:24. Time zone, use network provided time zone, no. Use network plus GPS provide. Time zone, Chicago. Region is United States. So far what I found out with this annoying ass thing is if you go to settings, you drag down, go to settings, then go to system, then go to time and date, and turn off the user network provided, and then go down to time. I selected time zone. It's not Eastern, it is Chicago, which is Central Time Zone. And then it's not June 15th. It is August 10th. So we're going to make it. No, it's not. Yes, it is, because it's not 25, it's 23. So there we go. Put it on 2023. And then August 10th, which is a Sunday, hit OK. August 10th, the time, it's 5:25, so we're gonna go 5:25, OK. Go back home. 5/26, August 10th, 2025. Let's turn it off and turn it back on and verify that it saves. Open the door. Time. Okay, nice. It shuts off right away. The other radio stayed on for like 20 seconds before shutting off. And it did save. So I turned it off, let everything power down, and it did save. Then I just called my daughter on the phone to make sure sound and everything's fine. She said, yeah, everything sounds good. So the only thing that I can't find out so far is, I thought it would have Android Auto on it, but I don't think it does. Maybe I can put it on there. I don't know, I gotta figure that part out. Some things that I like about this is it's got a truck for the recirc instead of a car. The sync aux, sync phone, it's the Ford symbol. It's the Ford sync style instead of, you know, something else. Is really nice. Oh, there's one called T-Link. There we go. This is the Carplay, actually, right here. Well, there it is. There's the GPS hooked up and synced, and yeah, I can get my text messages through it and everything. I can play audio and video stuff through it. So yeah, it's like it's called T-Link instead of Android CarPlay or Apple CarPlay. So yeah, it works. This radio is a heck of a lot better than the one that I just bought. So I'm gonna leave the link down below for you guys. Check it out. What an awesome radio, and it fit perfectly. I do have a little bit of a critique for the people at Idoing. Right here in these corners where they meet the screen, it's almost as if the screen is just a tad bit like a 1/16 of an inch too wide, and it tries to fight the cover going back down and snapping in, and you got to be very, very aggressive with it to get it to snap in. So other than that, super easy install. Connectors, don't got to cut anything, you don't do any of that. The backup camera and everything works. It's all great, all awesome. Thank you guys for letting me review this for you, and I appreciate it. You guys check out the link down below. Get yourself one of these bad boys. This is your answer to your Ford issues where your iPIM's messing up all the time, or your APIM's messing up all the time, your audio control module's messing up all the time. We all know the sync system is absolutely atrocious, and it's like you're having to replace something every couple years on it, and it gets very expensive. So I'd rather have this any day. The aftermarket world really does have the radio stuff figured out way better than the manufacturers do. So thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Great product. Idoing. Check it out, guys.